It was the summer before my freshman year. My cousin Corey moved in with me. For a long time, it was the greatest thing in the world living under the same roof as my best friend. We did all kinds of crazy things, like we stayed up past midnight singing fun, or we were getting into trouble with the BB gun. After a month or so went by, we weren't getting along as we usually do. We didn't hate each other or anything, but after a certain point in time, everyone starts getting annoying, and ever since then, it just went downhill.
So Corey, describe how living together was like.
Well, living together with Jacob, it was pretty great at first because it was like living with your best friend. But as we know, too much time with somebody can be a bad thing. And Jacob just talks constantly most of the time when we're by ourselves. So that got in the way. And then one night, Jacob stayed up with the lights on doing homework until about 11 o'clock while I was trying to sleep. So I got up and I left and I stayed the night at my grandparents' house. And the next morning...
Our grandparents.
Our grandparents. And then I came back and we continued fighting until one day we decided to stop.
Cut. Describe the worst fight that we ever got into.
Well, the worst fight we ever got into was one night Jacob had a Gatorade sitting next to the bed. And it was grape in flavor. And I wanted a drink of it. And I asked Jacob if I could have a drink of it. And he immediately said, "No, put it down." And he said, "Give me the Gatorade." And so we just kept playing tug of war with the Gatorade for a while. And eventually I got my charger for my phone and started whipping him with the cable end. And he got a towel from the bathroom and started whipping me with the towel. And it just escalated. And eventually he threw the Gatorade. He threw the Gatorade away.
Describe approximately how long was that fight?
This fight lasted approximately an hour and a half.
Describe how this experience together affected our relationship later on in life to now.
Well, this experience with me moving in with Jacob, it was crazy, and it sometimes got heated. But in the end, me and Jacob probably grew closer together than any of the other cousins, and in this process became more like brothers than cousins. But at first it was tough.
But did we get through it?
We got through it.
And this is where we stayed. This is my room. This is where we spent most of our time. All the crazy things we did happened in here. Looked a lot different then than it does now, but it's the same concept. After this experience, me and Corey became closer than ever. It was the time in our lives when we stopped being cousins and became brothers. We have each other's back no matter what, and we'll always be there for each other.